Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of Strange and Scary Games. I'm Mom. That's all just in the background. Tonight we're going to be playing through s.p.l.i.t. This is a game by Mike Klubnika, who you may know as the dev behind Shotgun Roulette and Unsorted Horror, both of which I've previously played on the channel. This is very much in line with his other works. It's got themes that have carried over from his other works, and I really enjoy it. I had to play through this game twice. The first time, for whatever reason, OBS didn't want to capture the video. So this is my second playthrough, but this video should contain both endings. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Yeah. I'm going to throw it over to Past Andrew. Let's get into it. Warning, this game contains content about self-harm. This game does not use the mouse. Cordis Interactive. Is this new? s.p.l.i.t, a game by Mike Klubnika. Let's see if it works this time. I'm curious to see if it'll work. Integrated Megatrends 2042. Seems to be holding. If it stops at some point, I'll have to stop. Kesk OS. So it doesn't actually care what you're typing, just that you're typing. Victor is now AFK. Sarah says, "Let me know as soon as you get the let me know as soon as you get the case." Have it now. You there? Sarah says, "Yeah." Is this the same one as in the photographs? Nope. Old portable of what they used to have in the engine. I just need you to send me the transfer ID after you run the hardware, like we talked about. Like we talked about? I thought we'll be working on the latest model. Sarah says the backend is mostly the same. Fuck that. I don't have experience with this kit. I'm out. Sarah says, "You know it's too late for that. Since when are you scared of death?" Death is the least of my worries. Being dragged into the facility is what scares me. Sarah says, "Okay, listen." Hey, listen. Yes, it's an unfamiliar piece, but its purpose is the same. More than likely, the older models use the same code base. The front end was the main improvement, always has been. Victor is no longer AFK. And you are very remote. How long did it take us to crack a newer model? 10 minutes. I trust we'll have this one open just as fast. So I had her take the LK912 field kit instead. It handles requests off an older server. Everything else is relatively the same. I guess I'll see from the config. Victor says it's the reason you couldn't spoof the handshake on the newer one. Guess they patched it. Once it connects to the server and the beacon goes off, you have around 15 minutes. We'll keep you posted. We can pull the local files from it beforehand. There's really nothing to worry about. And to be clear, this isn't me disregarding the stakes. I've worked with the hardware designer. We're chilling. All right. Victor says, so, we doing this or not? Fuck it. And I'm guessing everyone has their own way out? I'm good. Same. What about you, Axel? I have a way out. That's not a good way out. Self. Game saved. Let's get started then. Boot it up and send me the LFS ID from the field kit's files. Since it's an older kit, the local files shouldn't be protected. You should be able to connect to the field kit and copy them. LFS ID should be somewhere in the config folder once you've got the files from the kit. Distance ourselves. Key thoughts are represented visually in the environment. Acknowledge them at any time by typing. Unknown hardware. I keep forgetting there's no space. Latch mechanism. Let's see. Help. List. Pro. Field kits. Connect 4144. Three. Tools, hole mounter, trusted devices, data. Five. LS. How do I do that? CD. CD tools, CD hole mounter, CD, no, open, trusted devices, no, nano trusted devices, data. And then we wanted to add X 4144. cd dot dot cd dot dot connect 1144. 3. Victor says, holy shit. Sarah says, what? Victor is typing, I got access to the security garage doors. Sarah says, they can just override it. Stop messing around. Victor says, still, buy us some time, though. Sarah says, how many trucks are there? Victor says, at IDK, at least 200. Imagine having a hangar like that and you don't air gap the network. Sarah says, entire place is held up by duct tape. You'd be surprised. Victor says, I've worked here longer than you. Sarah says, am I supposed to be jealous now? Victor says, what do you mean? Sarah says, you know what I mean. Victor says, well, at least I didn't write interrogation presets. Sarah says, they work on engine code, which is your branch. Every single person here, including you, is going to hell. I think we're already in hell. Whatever, let's just get it over with. How's it looking, Axel? Did you get the ID from the config? LS CD emulated CD 4144 open config CD config open system config.json. Got it. 258762. Thanks. What do you think? Looking at the config right now, shit is ancient. It's running KCOM. Are there still servers handling requests? Sarah says, the floor has power. Some guy told me they're still running. Victor says, did he ask for your name? Was he suspicious? Sarah says, no, but he did ask for my number. I'll need a sheet of active inmate registrations. And a schematic of the KCOM server junction to spoof the handshake. The authorization keygen I can handle. I got the schematic. Which one do you mean? The one with the 7 columns, inmate numbers, etc. Receiving file schematic 09 ASC from Victor. Victor says, sounds good. Got the KCOM schematic for you here. Sarah, is the worm ready to go? Did you route the trace to the field kit? Yeah, the worm is good to go. Victor says, then we're set, Axel. Let me know when you connect to the server and I'll see whether they catch it. Sarah says they're going to get the trace. Victor says one can hope. Sarah says, I'll have the REF input for the key ready in a bit, Axel. Figure out a new crack. Thanks. The KCOM server key should let me in. Victor says, check your downloads if they got corrupted or not. Victor says, but if the files look good, then you're set to get the auth key generated. ls ... cd ... Get the REF number for the gen here, 10731. CD downloads. LS. Nope. Open schematic. 09.asc. Technician notes, servers permanently out of order are marked as X, effective immediately. Any disagreements should be brought up with the administrators. So I'm going to take a... I can't take a picture. My phone is charging. Alright. Open... AUI 2068.cve. Alright, and then open authkeygen.exe. Required arguments for the generator are outlined in the documentation, depending on the hardware the key is generated for. KCOM deprecated, server address, unregistered inmate number, reference input number. Do I have all of that? Sup, preset nerds. A true slap in the face for the preset club. Presets can no longer be run locally. Worry not, for myself and friends have managed to reverse engineer common server requests. Fuck the admins. We recommend jailbroken field kits or out-of-service cell machines for these exploits. Use at your own risk. Okay, so that's the reference number. So we should have everything, right? So server address. Uh, 4298-1698. And then unregistered inmate number. Is 299632. And then reference input number 10731. Successfully set up prerequisite arguments. One local device with connection socket for the given authorization key, LK912 field kit. So what do I do? Connect 144. Handshake established with UMN 4144's remote KCOM server. No root access. Failed to transfer privileges to new guest user. No root access. Backtracing. Beginning predetermined root user override. Root forcing root user login. Can't get distance. Perpetuating. Auto PR 9JXNGK. Destroy receipts. Root access secured. Replacing old password s.p.l.i.t with PM1 auto printed content. Destroy the receipt immediately. Confirm new password. New password confirm. Beginning trace fraud setup on UMN 4144, disconnecting all other users. Setting up new guest user 518-53481 with root privileges. User setup with root privileges, deleting logs. Trace fraud setup. UMN 4144 is no longer broadcasting its location. Disconnecting all other users. Setting up a new guest user 518 blah 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 with root privileges. User setup with root privileges, deleting logs, connection closed. I got root access. New password is 9JXNGK. Victor says, make it quick, Sarah. They caught the trace. Sarah says, got it. Victor, you see anything? Four trucks are firing up. Convoy is moving out quick now. Sarah says, worm is running. Give it like 30 seconds. Victor says, I see security running north to the facility. Sarah says, anything south? Victor says, doesn't look like it. Sarah says, then we're safe. Victor says, you have a read? Is it working? Sarah says, the macro centrifuge should have stopped by now, right? Victor says, yes. Sarah says, it went down for a second, but it's back up. Victor says, how the hell is the centrifuge soaring? Sarah says, nothing's changing. Victor says, give me a sec. How far are the trucks? Can I make a run for it? Victor says, no, just wait. Sarah says, run where? Victor says, what about now? Sarah says, centrifuge is steady at 98%. Victor says then we're screwed. Sarah says let's run it again. Victor says if you're in the server by the time they get Axel, we're next. Victor says it's too risky. Sarah says we might not get another chance. Shut the fuck up and let's get this over with. All they'll find is an old field kit, wiped discs, and some former tech hanging from the ceiling. You have no trace. They'll think I'm some preset junkie. I was expecting this. Victor says, what do you mean hanging from the ceiling? It's my way out. What do you want me to say? Sarah says, no, it's not. Victor says, your brain won't be destroyed. They will plug you into the machine. What? Sarah says, you're going to have to cripple your brain. Victor says, do you have any power tools, firearms? Trucks will be there soon now. Victor says, there's no easy way to say this, but you'll have to find another way. Victor has left the channel. Sarah says, I'm so sorry you fucked up, Axel, but if we're going to try again, then we have to split, now. I have no other way out. Sarah has left the channel. Mind is in despair. Key thoughts must now be acknowledged quickly, or else you risk ending your life with an undesirable conclusion. Potential betrayal. Unorthodox electronics. Cramped. Shade. Discreet. The trucks are coming. Am do by is me no. Draw. Not now. Brushless. Drill. Final evidence. The trucks are here. Abject has served. Convex injury. The drill is fucking dead. Psychological barrier. Hold steady. Penetrate. November 4th, 2082.
You check his vitals?
Yeah, he's dead.
Where the hell did he get all this hardware?
Look,
What?
brain is screwed.
What the... How did he...
Turn that off. Just keep driving. We're almost clear. Are you sure about all this? Okay, think about it. You have a choice between a noose and a screwdriver to the brain. Which one do you pick? The noose. So why didn't he use it? I don't know. Because somebody told him, God damn it. We weren't fast enough. Now they think we're in on it. They're gonna break us. They're gonna put us in the machine forever. We're the only trace. But we weren't in on it. I know. Many people have gone down in 20 years. It was him, but he wasn't alone. Wouldn't we go after the technicians first? The others? There is no trace. What part of this do you not understand? He short-circuited the damn hard drive! This is some random preset junkie would be fine. But they almost got the sense of you. Our convoy is the only loose end. You know the fuck is a tracker, right? Doesn't matter. They'll get us anyway. So we do before they get us. With what? Pellet guns? Blunt trauma? A fucking screwdriver? We can't even take our helmets off. Drive over. No. What? Scared?
I mean, kinda.
Of course, before they try, who's gonna do me after I run you over this fucking prick? What about drowning? We can make it to the coast. Nothing's working. The trunk of the shaft, right? Yeah, so what? So, jack up the front of the truck and front it. That's what he's done. So 2 tires. Work. Yeah.
Do we have to see this? I guess so. Split. Tom Shock. Gianni Matrigano. Strange Signals. Transorbital Lobotomy Audio. That's a job. Alpha Beta Gamer, Critical Reflex, I don't recognize any of the other names. Godot Engine, nice. Cordis Interactive, ending 1 of 2. I don't know where it's saved last. We can go through and try to get the other ending as well. Trust, complete ending 1. All right. mind is in despair. Key thoughts must now be acknowledged quickly, or else you risk ending your life with an undesirable conclusion. Unorthodox. Drill is fucking dead. Lobotomy. I think we just stop here, and that'll give us the other ending. Unknown, unknown, unknown.
Check his vitals?
Yeah, he's dead.
Where the hell did he get all this hardware?
Come on. I'll be moving.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Took his head.
Centrifuge dropped to 40. Shit, really? I thought it was stable. It is now. They didn't account for the failsafe. Hey, I thought it was just him. I don't think so. Place had camo on the roof, a field kit, facility hardware. I think there's a crew. You really think one guy can knock down the centrifuge? Even for a second? Then why did he hang himself? Doesn't make sense. I guess they didn't know any better. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough. You think I'll break them? They will.
Split. Okay, I can't skip. So I'll probably just cut over to me talking. All right, so that was Split by Mike Klubnika. We got both endings, so we got both achievements. It's very short. I think that it's a sequel or maybe just like a companion piece to the Tartarus engine from Unsorted Horror. It has that kind of the themes that he's been working with for a long time. So the mega corporation that's present in Unsorted Horror and Buckshot Roulette and now Split. The idea of like being hooked up into this matrix machine and this kind of horror of the what are they going to do to your brain after you're dead, is the thing of like being locked into the machine. Is that something the horror of like the infinites of experience, even though it's not an infinite of time. When you get plugged into this Tartarus engine, or when you get plugged into this machine, you experience eternity, even though like it's a virtual eternity, and exploring the horror of that. And is it better to take your own life rather than go into that kind of environment? And so I think that it's really strong in that regard. It is very short. It's not super developed. I would like to see like a longer game in this vein, with the hackers, with the mega corporation, with the cyberpunk, with the retrofuturism. I would like to see more development, something like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like Mothered, for example, where it's self-contained, but it ties into those deeper themes and that kind of fear of what is the corporation going to do, what is the machine going to do, all of that. So yeah, I think another banger from Mike Klubnika. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you. I will see you in the next video. Good night.